Hey everyone, here's a quick look at the new Magrette Moana Pacific Waterman GMT watch, and only just arrived, so here's a quick look. Warranty card, and comes in this nice leather box. I'm holding the camera with one hand, so I'll just pause here while we get this unzipped. Okay, so we've got a nice little wallet here which contains a separate strap, and that's a 22mm leather strap with bronzed and signed clasp there. That's quite a nice little quality strap as well. And you've got their tool here, which you can use to help remove the straps, and also if you've got a bracelet on, you can use that for a bracelet. But this one doesn't come with a bracelet. This one came on the leather strap, but I've also put it on the rubber silicone strap. I'm not sure if it's rubber or silicone. So here we are. This is the Magrette Moana Pacific Waterman GMT, I think it's called. And this is a bronze watch, obviously, 22mm in diameter. It's running the ETA 2893-2 movement. It's reasonably tall at 14.5mm and a 22mm lug width and a 50.7 lug to lug width. So I opted for the blue, all blue ceramic bezel, but you can get this in the red and blue bezel, which I think might be aluminium. I'm not quite sure, but I'm very happy with this color scheme. So this is a 500-meter rated dive watch, and it's my first Magrette watch. I've been looking at them for quite some time, but when this came out at a good pre-order price, I think around $750 or $790, I had to grab it. Currently now it's available at $890, and let's throw this on my 7.5-inch wrist and have a look at it and see how it looks. So there we are on my 7.5-inch wrist. It sits quite high up there, but on the larger wrist I think that's perfectly okay. It's a very fine looking watch. I was never too enamored by the shape of the case itself, but I think this one may grow on me. We'll see. The bronze obviously is nice and polished, just having come off the factory floor, so to speak, but that'll patina pretty quickly, I imagine. The sapphire crystal has got a slight boxed shape to it, and has anti-reflective coating. I'm not sure if it's on both surfaces though. And there we go on the 7.5-inch wrist. So we'll see how this goes. I've set the time and everything. The crown itself, I'll just take this off and we'll have a look at that crown and talk about that for one moment. So the crown is a decent sized crown, which I like on a watch, and it's got some very, get in focus there, very powerful knurling on it, so easy to grip, and a nice sized crown. Now having operated the crown a couple of times, I've noticed that it is quite, there's a little bit of a grind to it. It's winding fully in, probably not as smooth as I would like, so we'll just see if that settles down a bit, but it is a bit rough in the screwing and unscrewing, so I'm being a little bit careful with it to make sure that's not misthreading, but I'm sure it's not. So that's probably my only gripe with the watch at this point, is that the crown action could be a little smoother. But overall, I think she's a smart looking watch. I'm gravitating more towards watches around 41mm these days, and watches that are a little slimmer in height. But I'll see how I cope with this large one here. And that's my first bronze watch, so I'll see how that goes as well. So overall, the first impressions are this is a very nice watch, and I'll do an update in the near future. And so that's the Magrette GMT dive watch, and only just arrived a few days ago.